Say Boom Gang walked so famous Richard could run.
It's a whole lot of gas. What's you, bro? Hey, what's that on you? What's that on you, bro? What's that on you, bro? What's that on you, bro?
Gang, gang.
I didn't know church. Yo. Yeah.
Turn it on. Yes, get out. Turn it on.
I think that went viral. Think about it.
Hey, on King David, since I was a kid, I was always scared of dogs. On King David, y'all know who the f I am, shorty? Shut up. Tell me. Oh, yeah, my dead homies. Run up, my dead homies.
He must got a good lawyer, though. He must know the law.
Stop tweaking me on King Dave. You're not even cut like that before I take your pipe.
What's up, everybody? It's 1090J. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. For this video, we're going to be speaking on the series of events that led up to famous Richard being indicted by the feds. When it comes to Florida, not many places can top the madness. And then there's Chicago. 25-year-old Richard Sharp, aka Famous Richard, would fall somewhere between the line of troll and comedian.
Cardi B always said it's always a motherfucker uglier than you, shorty. So just appreciate life. King Dave, hit that right back. No, trespassing, get out there. Get out! Get out!
This is crazy. You
have to leave.
Gaining fame for his wild antics, he'd move out of Chicago, travel into the more luxurious state of New Jersey. Richard was now close enough to where he'd be able to make content in none other than New York City and be safely outside of the madness that is Chicago. Now, he wasn't necessarily pranking the people of New York. He was running down on one of New York's most notorious gangs, the NYPD. Famous Richard was literally going viral for pressing cops for their guns, and Instagram was loving it. The New York Post would even write an article stating NYPD searching for armed rapper trying to take cops' guns, and the NYPD would file an intelligence alert warning the city about Famous Richard.
Bruh, you know how much time you gotta have for you to just want to be this? That's what I'm saying. Life is perspective, bro. Like, I would never just want to be so, like, even this social media shit, I'm only doing it because it's my talent. Like, I don't even want to, you know what I mean, be in the public, you know what I'm saying, spot like that. It's crazy that, man, it'll be wild, bro.
He'd do a few harmless pranks, come across celebrities, and his career seemed to be on a steady rise. But NYC isn't all glamour and glitz. It's streets, bricks, and projects. And within those streets and projects are the gangs of New York. Now, coming from Chicago, Famous Richard was no stranger to gangs. He has an alleged tie to the Black Disciples himself. But many from Chicago would criticize his roots to the city, claiming he grew up somewhere in Minnesota. Richard would take to Instagram with his birth certificate, proving he was not only born in Roseland Hospital in Chicago, but that he's from the Hundreds.
Oh, King David, stop trolling me, man. He was born in Roseland Hospital, gang. I'm from the Hundreds, gang. I am from the Hundreds, gang. Stop trolling me, gang.
Located in the Roseland neighborhood on the south side, the Wild Hundreds got its nickname from the street numbers and the high level of crime. Unknown how long Famous Richard lived in the area, but he definitely has roots in Chicago as his brother fell victim to the streets. On June 3rd, 2024, Chicago PD would respond to shots fired on Merrill Ave. This was the heart of Paxtown, an area based around 71st and Paxton, controlled by gangster disciples. Arriving on scene, officers would find 26-year-old Joshua Sharp, who was more commonly known as Lil Josh, the older brother of Famous Richard. Josh had been shot multiple times to the body and once in the forehead, leaving him to be pronounced dead at the scene. A witness would tell police they saw Josh on the ground when the suspect ran up, opening fire into his body before running off. Lil Josh was another rapper whose career went nowhere, and he can be seen in a throwback freestyle with 2 GDs, very famous in Chicago drill history, Taekwon World TB, and Taekwon World Poppy. All three of them would die from headshots in separate shootings.
Bruh, there's no end. Like, and I know these young niggas know these shits, man. They say YN culture, YNs. They know the end is death or jail, bruh, but they still be going on. I just don't understand, bruh.
As soon as it became known Josh was dead, various gangs throughout Chicago would start dissing Josh, including NLMB and the Bloodhounds. With the dissing of his dead brother, famous Richard would fire back, dissing NLMB's dead members. But he was doing so from the safety of another city. Richard would take it a step further when he created the Quando Rondo Challenge.
Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
The video was a recreation of Quando witnessing his cousin's murder, the very same murder Lil Durk is charged with ordering. But again, Richard is from Chicago, where dissing dead is as normal as making them dead. But in New York, Richard would quickly find the attention he sought.
Let a nigga play with me out here, gang. On King David. Let a nigga in New York play with me, gang. On King David, nigga.
You don't get what you asked
Y'all know
for,
nigga,
man.
come on, gang. Ain't nobody gonna play with me, so I want a nigga to play with me, bro. I be waiting on nigga.
2 hours later.
Love y'all, folks.
2 hours?
King David, folks. That page is backdoor me, for I love y'all on BD, folks. Motherfucker just shot me.
A lot of speculation came as to if he was really shot or was he just clout chasing. But the news would confirm the shooting did actually take place.
Tonight, police are searching for the two people responsible for a shooting in Brooklyn. It happened in Bushwick off Central Avenue near Palmetto Street. Officers found a 25-year-old man grazed by a bullet to the head. He was rushed to a hospital in stable condition.
So if you've
Boy,
purchased
got lucky, bro, and his ass is out here still. Like, man, what? I'm cool.
Police say two men got away on a moped.
Now, famous Richard wouldn't be himself if he didn't make light of the situation, and he turned his own hospital release into a skit. In the skit, you can clearly see where Richard was grazed, as he has a patch with stitches on the back of his head. New York Crip Gino Rax would take the Instagram calling out famous Richard, claiming he ratted.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Rich, you know you just ratted, right? You was a rat. You just dry snitch. Stop ratting on niggas on please don't lack, mud. What you talking about? You lucky niggas caught you before I got to caught you, you heard? Go get back. Go.
Bro, just talked about dry snitching, but then talk about they caught you before I caught you. What is that, though? I'm so confused on this whole thing, man. What snitching is and what snitching ain't these days is out of line.
Gino would then share a screen recording of his DMs arguing with Richard, who said nobody ever did anything to him.
No nigga ever grazed me. I didn't even get grazed on King David, nigga. When I hit the gate, when I jumped over the gate, I hit my head on the gate on my brother grave. When the police came, that's the first thing they seen. They thought I seen blood. They thought I was grazed. Goofy. You an internet nigga on King David.
That's so funny that an internet nigga is calling another nigga an internet nigga. I think he's being funny. But hold on, though. Did he just have a video say he just got shot? But this time he's putting it on his brother grave and so on. So maybe this is the actual truth because, you know what I mean? So that early time, was he finessing? I don't even understand, bro. These folks, you know what I mean?
Bro, grave. Niggas, hey, listen, I really did call niggas from y'all hood and belt to their ass, gang. My brother grave, I just got your location to your job. On King David, I'm gonna knock you out and wake you back up. On my brother grave, your ass gonna be tripping for the rest of your life.
Whether or not he got shot, we don't know, as it's common for rappers to deny it so the shooters don't feel accomplished. But we do know shots were fired, and Richard damn near died after being lured into Bushwick. So almost took off before the new year, the feds would knock his head off less than 2 weeks into 2025. January 10th, Richard would be taken into custody and indicted on possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The feds would allege 1 month after Richard's brother was killed, Richard possessed a 9mm Beretta with a defaced serial number and an extended magazine holding 25 rounds. Richard or someone close to him, would take to Instagram stating he needs a federal lawyer and he'd call upon his fans and supporters for help. But with the feds, there isn't much that can be done. Unless Richard has Zay Osama money, he can get the same lawyer who got Zay 14 months in prison for a Glock with a switch, then Richard can expect to get something around 4 years in federal prison.
Well, I'm not. If it's a gun joint, I ain't even surprised, bro. He a Chicago nigga, you know what I'm saying? He got shot. Like, I'm not even surprised, bro. Like, that's the whole thing with it. Like, it's not necessarily surprising. Like, if the story was that he did something extremely stupid, it'd be like, okay. But for a gun, it's like, bro, like, what you expect? Discreet shit. Yeah.
Whether it was his brother's death mixed with the paranoia from the dissing Richard did, or he just kept it on him, knowing he was playing a risky game in New York, Famous Richard's career has officially been put on standby and could quite possibly be ended as he awaits federal prosecution.
Just like that.
Now, with the internet, it's almost like a gladiator ring, right? The fucking Coliseum. That's what the internet has become, because the consumers, the people that's watching, they want more and more and more. They want riskier shit, more dangerous shit. You're pussy if you don't do this. You're a bitch if you don't do that. And then when you do it, you're stupid, you're dead. And then they're in your comments saying, ha, 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 whatever, you got smoked, right?
That's why your ass gotta do you, bro. Don't be feeding into the social media, like to the fact, bro. Do what you want to do. Create what you like. What for you, man. You know what I'm saying? If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Because at the end of the day, longevity is doing what you love to do. You ain't gonna be able to maintain some dumb shit that you don't love to do. You know what I'm saying? For too long. That's why some of these rappers quit. You know what I'm saying? And all that good. So we used to hear from the old times, you know, how you would see someone on stage looking, and they would meet them behind the scenes. They're like, this person more chill and all that. Not necessarily living, you know, two different people type shit. You gotta be, if you're creating content for all the other content creators, just be you. Create your shit. React to what you like to react to. You know, vlog, you know, whatever it is. Do your own thing. Don't just be feeding into whatever the audience is. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's like business, but at the end of the day, you want good business. You know what I'm saying?
That's the internet. Boom Gang did crazy shit, especially for his time. He's really like one of the pioneers of doing crazy fucking shit. He was running up in churches, running on store counters, everything. But he completely changed his life around. He was on drugs, he was on this, he was on that, completely changed his life. Now he's a man of God.
You want to lucky.
And all anybody can do is salute that, bro, because the career that he had was only going to go so far. And a lot of the people that were on that ride with him went nowhere. So when it comes to Famous Richard, you can only ride this wave until it goes bad. That graze to the head, whether it was real or not, could have ended his life at the end of the day. Now he's going to federal prison and he's made plenty of enemies dissing on the internet. And it's unfortunate because, you know, society or the internet is fueling the fuckery. The fuckery is putting money in people's pockets. And when they see, oh, he's doing dumb shit, making money, I'm going to do dumb shit and make some money. And it becomes this endless cycle of just jackhassery. You know, we don't have Jerry Springer anymore. You don't need the fucking platform. You just go right on the internet yourself and fucking record it.
Anyway, yeah, my whole thing to this, bro, you know what I mean? Yeah, this style of content doesn't. We've seen how many some people got shot from doing all this prank and shit, all this stuff, bro. This style of content, that pranking and shit is. I mean, if that's you do it, you just know what the possibilities are. You know what I'm saying? But that style of content don't go nowhere, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Famous Richard and all that good stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, it's what it is, my brother. Hopefully, you know what I mean, you can get out the situation. You know what I mean? I understand why you probably had it on him, but you should also know what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man.